I just realized right before I was pressing the button to go live that I accidentally scheduled it for 5 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock. But how many of these have I done? I still don't know what I'm doing. Oh, we made it. We're here. Amy Gersh, Paul Waldrop, Amy Gersh again. Just the three of us tonight. Oh, Pinnell's here. 59 minutes late. That's right. Where were you over on the other show? There was a whole nother show. You were watching me make some knives. Oh, forgot to put my hat back on. I put it on for the thumbnail and I didn't put it on for the show. It's going to come off because it jingles and it annoys me. But let's wear it for a little bit. See how it goes. Based on the picture, you got a stir stick, some shellac, and yeah, I got some things. Mostly, this year was mostly like stocking stuffer things. I haven't done Christmas at my parents' house yet because my brother got stranded in Edmonton and didn't make it here for Christmas. So we're going to do parents' Christmas stuff on the 28th. So on Wednesday, I guess. And there's probably something else in there that is related to the shop. But I don't really need that much shop stuff anymore in terms of Christmas. So just little things that are always welcome. And I am going shopping for something. I don't know what. But maybe you guys can help me out. Maybe you guys can help me make some decisions on what I want to shop for myself for Christmas during Boxing Week sales and stuff. Wesley Cleghorn, hello. How are you? This is already annoying. It's too hot and it jingles. I don't like it. Oh, Merry Boxing Day. And happy Christmas and welcome to almost the end of the year. We just about made it through another year. A new shop stool. It's right here. The new shop stool is right there. Okay, no, it's too hot. Oh, this is almost too hot. I could probably just turn this off and that would help. Get this out of here. I don't need it right under me. I think it's cool that Canada has a day to celebrate the sport of boxing. Do you not? We celebrate boxing, but only the like old-timey kind of boxing. Like this. None of that newfangled boxing. Oh, how was everyone's Christmas? In the U.S., we have domestic violence awareness. We have that here too. Oh, it's a holiday for tearing up Christmas boxes. I don't even really know. I should probably look into, like, it'd be interesting to find out what the history of Boxing Day is. Is it literally just because, like, the day after Christmas, you got a bunch of extra boxes that you got to get rid of and take care of somehow? Is that the reason for the day? I don't know. Like, everybody else does too. Why don't they have a day? Or is it you're boxing up all the stuff, the old stuff that you're replacing with the new stuff? Or is it you're putting it in boxes? I honestly don't know. Todd Longerbeam, welcome back, sir. Hope your holiday season is going well. Mine is a very relaxing day today. We went out. I thought that the tool store was going to be open today because I misread the flyer. That was like Boxing Week sale. I read it as like through December 27th, but it actually said December 27th to 31st. And I went to the store and it was closed. And I was like, oh, burn. What's going on? So I looked up the flyer and I was like, oh, it starts tomorrow. Yeah, okay. I'm on my phone, so I can't check. It's okay. Amy's got you. The name comes from a time when the rich used to box up gifts to give to the poor. Hey, Boxing Day was traditionally a day off for servants. So they had to work on Christmas to take care of the rich folks, but then they got the next day off, and the rich folks gave them a box of something. Hey, that's cool. A day when they received a special Christmas box from their masters. Servants would also go home on Boxing Day to give Christmas boxes to their families. I like this day better now. I thought it was just like, oh, you got a bunch of extra boxes you got to deal with now. I like this day. This day is better now. I like that. Gift originated as a holiday to give gifts to the poor. Yeah. And now we've turned it into like get stuff for cheaper. We've turned it in. Capitalism has won again and turned it into consume. Anyway, happy Boxing Day, everybody. Let's look at some of the stuff that I got for Christmas. I got new shop wine gums. I got this that I might try on the show tonight. I don't know. I'm a big fan of poutine. But I don't think that poutine should be a potato chip flavor. But I'm going to find out. Poutine flavored potato chips. I don't know. I kind of don't trust it. I got some new 2-part epoxy. I got a stir. I put it on the drill and stir your stuff. I got a big one and I got a pack of little ones. So guess there's probably, well, I mean, there has to be some more epoxy in my future at some point because I do have a lot of epoxy. So that's what these are all about. Is to more efficiently stir your epoxy and your pigments and stuff. That is like a 6-pack set of 8-pack of that kind, and like a big Mama Gemma. This is probably gonna be for paint. I got shellac. I've always wanted, well, not always, for a long time I've wanted to try shellac as a finishing ingredient or a finish. So I got some amber shellac flakes because I think that'll be fun to give a go. Do I work epoxy a lot? Not really. I've done a few things with it, but I have a lot of it. So I will end up doing some more epoxy things. I had a poutine on Christmas Eve at New York Fries. Nice. New York Fries makes pretty decent poutine, actually. Got an email from Crimson today. Before I withdrew, voting was done. I would have placed 4th. Hey, 4th is okay. Also found out the winner spent 5 days building a guitar at Crimson this year. Yeah. It was Tibbs Eve. I learned about Tibbs Eve this year, too. Pinnell sent me something about Tibbs Eve. It's New Year's Eve. And it's like a maritime celebration of getting hammered with your buddies. Which I also kind of like. Use shellac on my latest guitar build over the boiled linseed oil finish. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's one of the things I like about the theory of shellac is that it could go between coats of other things as a binder. But I figured get some amber ones so like you can add sort of like a depth of color as well to your finish. Got to get some denatured alcohol, I guess, to dissolve that stuff. Hell yeah, Tibbs Eve is way better than Christmas. Adam the locals here celebrate? Adam. Oh, you're talking to Adam. Hold on. Who's Adam? Wait. I don't think there's an Adam. But yeah, Tibbs Eve sounds cool. Next year, I think I can celebrate Tibbs Eve because it should be on a Saturday night. No, it's called Christmas Adam. Oh, what is Christmas Eve Eve? It's called Christmas Adam. What's really cool about shellac is that it melts the previous coat of shellac, making it go on. Yeah. It's because the denatured alcohol is the solvent. When you put more on, it burns into the previous layer. So it's cool. We'll give shellac a go at some point on something. Maybe shop stool, which I have given up all pretenses and hopes of having them done by the end of the year, because I was going to use this big ass piece of sapele as the majority of the seat, but I bought this piece of sapele for a very specific purpose a while ago, and I kind of want to keep it for that purpose. This is like a perfectly rift sawn 8/4 piece of sapele that I got at the length it needs to be to make it into 4 cabinet legs corners for the sideboard. I don't know if I'm going to find a perfectly rift sawn piece of 8/4 sapele again anytime soon, so I kind of just want to keep that for that purpose. So yeah, shop stool, another fail for 22 resolution. It's just not a thing. It's started, it'll be completed in early January, and I'll just have to be okay with that, because I don't want to rush through it just to like put a check mark beside it on the resolution list. And it is what it is. Just put another X down. It doesn't matter at this point. Like 2 of my 12 or whatever resolutions got accomplished. What does it matter if I get to 3? You know. Well, again, more Christmas stuff. I got a glue brush, like silicone glue spreader. Dealy, it's got paddle on one end and a brush on the other side. Not a fail, just reimagining the piece during construction. Well, I didn't have to leave it until December 15th to start, though, did I? A new cutter tip for my Easywood Tools parting tool. I got probably my year's supply of tack cloths, because I needed tack cloths, and so I was like, well, let's just get a whack of them. What else? I got cribbage board template, because once in a while I get a request for a cribbage board, and I always just say no, because I don't really feel like going through the hassle. But I think if I have one of these that I can like tape down to whatever I'm making a cribbage board out of and just on the drill press, that'll cut down on the hassle part of it, so I can maybe start saying yes to those requests. What else? That's just about it. I got a big ass box of Toffee Phase, because that is the best of the Christmas chocolatey type goodie. So that's 2 of the big packs of that, which is cool. And I think I'm gonna consider, because I still haven't opened it, I'm gonna consider the Veritas cabinet scraper a Christmas gift to myself, because I bought it a little while ago, but I haven't even opened it yet. So like, let's just call it a Christmas present. Not gonna lie, that looks like a horrible time. Making a cribbage board, yeah, it wasn't fun. I've only ever made one. And I was kind of like, well, I'm glad that I made that one, so I can say that I've made one. But man, just sitting at the, and when I did it, I also like marked all of the dots with an awl first. So like I sat at my bench and like dig 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 dig, and then went to the drill press. And yeah, no, it's not a good time. But I also have, I want to get myself something for Christmas as well. I mean, other than the cabinet scraper. And I have a box of money. This is my box of money from my square reader from markets. This is my box of money from market earnings. Both summer markets and the one Christmas market I did this year is in that bucket. And I would like to, the shop is supposed to benefit the shop, so I would like to spend that market money on the shop. But I don't know at this point what really, other than like expensive ass dust collector or air papper air helmet thing that's like probably $1,200 before it actually gets to my house. There aren't very many like $400, $500, $600 things, $700, $800 things that the shop needs. I could buy a mess of clamps. I could whack a new router bits and make a nice little wall thing for a whack of new router bits. CNC would make cribbage board easier. Yes, it would. I don't know. Don't really know. I mean, I could just spend it on wood, but I don't know. What do you guys think? What's if you right now? Let's say if you had $700 or $800, what would to spend on your shop right now? What would that go to? What would you buy with that? Great Grandpa's Woodworking. How you doing, my friend? Welcome back. More onions. That maybe you got a lot of onions for $800. A laser cutter. Well, I gotta consider the room, the spatial constraints as well. Like I don't have a lot of. It can't be anything that would take a big footprint. It would probably have to be something that could either get stored away under or in something else. Laser, could you get a decent, like, is it worth getting a laser cutter that's $700? I would think that you would get a really crappy laser cutter for that, but I don't keep up with the price of laser cutters. So shop lazy boy. I don't have room for that either, my friend. I'm pretty tight. Like I'm pretty cramped in here. I don't need a new drill press. Who said drill press? Better drill press. Oh, that's what you would get. That was the question. What would you get with $700 or $800? My little benchtop drill press does the drilling operations that I need done. Pressure pot. Interesting idea. Pressure pot. I could probably do pressure pot and like vacuum chamber and get into stabilizing stuff. Yeah, but do I want to get into stabilizing stuff? I know people who do stabilizing stuff and I can go to them. Got one of my new Carter bandsaw blades on my bandsaw last night. Excited to have a fresh sharp blade on a freshly tuned up bandsaw. Get a mini split for $700. See, this is the problem. It's like It's not enough to get anything awesome, but it's a lot if you're just getting little stuff. Actually, probably wouldn't really go that far if you're getting like if you were getting like parallel jock lamps. You probably only get like 8. No, you get more than that. But clamps are expensive. Yours cost less than $500. Ah, so maybe I could do the mini split with my. Well, you're 500 American, so you're still that's 7, probably Canadian. Maybe mini split. Didn't think that I could do a mini split for that little amount of money. I was picturing it being a couple grand. Maybe that's worth thinking about. So I could get rid of the oil heater and I wouldn't be smoking hot in the summer. Fix up your dust collector system. It is an option. I could get a second dust collector. I could actually pipe them where they need to go and have them on the circuits they need to be on so they're not popping breakers. And I'd still have money left over because I could get like another $300 or $400 dust collector and be okay. Just have one running that stuff and one running this stuff. An MR Cool. I don't know what an MR Cool is. What's an MR Cool? Or is that supposed to be Mr. Cool? Is that a brand of like mini split or something? It sounds like it should be a brand of mini split. Mr. Cool. Mini split's starting to sound pretty good. Now that I'm actually saying it out loud. Mr. Cool DIY mini split. Okay. Something to look into. Things to ponder. Could buy a really rocking shop stool and be sitting comfortably before next Christmas. It's almost done. I need a piece of wood to make the seat out of. And then like I need to cut some curves in it and glue it together. Like I'm probably 2 days out of like 2 full shop days out from having it done. Glue all the pen blanks I sent you together. Make pen blank shop stool seat. But then you'd have to send me more pen blanks because then I wouldn't have any left. Heard a good one today, Paul. What did Texas use for heat before they started to burn wood? Electricity. Beer. I also don't I could also just put the money away and just keep letting it build up. And then, maybe after next year, I got a saw stop. Or sell my 1216 and get the 1836. Or sell the 10326 and get the Laguna 18BX. There's lots of things that I could do. Get some more hand planes. I could get some more hand planes. I moved the low angle smoother down here from up here. Got rid of the old number 4 that was here. But I don't really like, this doesn't work for me in terms of aesthetics. I like them there. Like I like the way that they're laid out. but I don't like them there because it leaves like a visual hole here. Whereas when this was there, it didn't. So I don't know. Not sure yet. If you buy a mini split, you'll need to charge the lines even if they are already charged. Make sure no air in lines. Okay, well I'll talk to you if it actually happens. Don't tell me now because I'll forget. I'll be like, oh, Paul said something about the lines. Do I have an old number 7? No, I don't. I have an old number 8 and an old number 6 and an old 5.5 and a new 62 and a relatively new 5 and an old 4.5 and an old 4 and an old 3, 45, 5 corrugated. I don't have an old 7. Do you need a 7 if you have an 8? I don't think you do. I mean, if you wanted to complete the set. Ideally, in an ideal world, I would have a type 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I would have the Veritas equivalents of all of those planes. So that would be my ideal plane situation. Would be types the full range of type 6 Stanleys and their equivalents in Veritas. It's never gonna happen. I was lucky my best friend does maintenance at an apartment complex and is a certified electrician and AC guy. I got a buddy that's like the site maintenance guy at up in Fort McMurray at one of the big oil rig sites, and he does all the maintenance on all of their buildings and stuff. So when he came down one summer, we like replaced some plugs and did a little bit of plumbing work and just sort of like little finicky upkeepy stuff on the house, and he was really nice to have around. Installed the fluorescents in my shop. Ooh, it's another thing I could put on the list of possible. I should start a list. Okay, mini split. What did we say? Mini split. I already forgot. But I'm gonna do shop light upgrade as a possibility. What else was on the list of possibilities of ways to spend $600 to $800 right now on my shop? A laser I don't have room for. Lazy boy I don't have room for. I'm trying to think, there was another one that I was like, oh, maybe, that somebody said. I could go back, but I'm not gonna. How much does it cost to run 220? Because eventually I'll need at least one 220 circuit out here. Especially if I wanted to do upgrades on the bandsaw or the lathe or the table saw. Canada savings bonds. I just put it in my mutual fund. Yeah. No, that's not fun. It's important. It would be the smart decision. Would be to just put it in my mutual fund, but it's not fun. Yeah, I don't know. router bits. Maybe like a whack of router bits, brand new sharp router bits that I could make a custom cabinet for like the whole set and be good for router bits for a while instead of just buying them one at a time when I need them for a specific reason. Router bits. I would like. I like my pipe clamp Moxon vise that I can pull out and put on the end of my workbench. It's a great design. If you haven't watched that video, go watch that video, make one of those. They're great. But it would be nicer to spend the money on like the Veritas dual screw. What do they call? It's got like a chain that goes between the two handles. Twin screw? Is it just called a twin screw vise? And just mount it at the end of my bench. Buy the white side router bits that you need, not a set. Well, I wasn't thinking I would buy like a set of router bits. I was thinking I would buy a bunch of individual ones to create a set of router bits. Do we get white side in Canada? I always go with Freud's because it's what I find when I go looking for router bits. I've heard white sides are really good, but I have never had the privilege. Mini split, shop lights, router bits, clamps are always an option. No, I'll keep thinking. I mean, I'm going to go out to the tool shop tomorrow and I'm just going to wander around and be like, is there anything here that it looks like needs to come home with me? Same way I shop for guitars. If nothing calls out and says it needs to come home to me, I don't get anything. I've ordered them, but I don't recall from where. Best bits that you've used. Well, thanks for the great tip. You could just order them from somewhere. God, would you just order them from somewhere? Let's try a poutine potato chip. Gets worse. It starts out okay. A little bit confusing because you're like, I don't really know what this flavor is, but it's not unpleasant. Then it gets worse. No. Not. Nah, it gets worse. You know how sometimes you just get used to it? And then it becomes pleasant? It's not that. Find most of the chips in that flavor area all taste like roast chicken. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't even really get where they're getting the poutine flavor because it certainly doesn't taste like cheese and gravy. It just, yeah. Just, you're right. It's like roasted chicken. But like artificial roasted chicken flavoring. Um, and also unpleasant at the end, like after the lingering. Nope. Nope. Drown it in ketchup. That guy's watched me eat poutine before. Shut up. Fast food poutines need ketchup sometimes, okay? You get poutine from Dairy Queen, it needs something. That's Jason, my friend, who got the knife for Christmas. We were just talking about you. Well, we weren't talking about you. We were talking about the knives. The knife video just went up right before this show. You're welcome. Give you a really nice Christmas gift, and then you come and you make fun of me on my show. I'm gonna have a toffee fight. I don't know what else you guys want to talk about, or do we even want to hang out today? Or I'm happy to hang out. Thanks, buddy. You're welcome, my friend. Yeah, I mean, it is the last one of the year, so we could talk about how the year went and, you know, what I'm thinking in terms of next year resolutions. And I did sort of a cursory, like, year in review, because I am going to do a video for, like, a look back at the year video, so I wanted to get ahead of things and start counting up some stuff. So I could do, like, a year in review type thing here on the show for you guys. I've got it on my list. It wasn't a great year for like edited project videos. It was not a great year for completing resolutions. But toffee fish are good. Toffee fish significantly better than poutine flavored potato chip. This right now, that's happening right now, is my 52nd live show this year. One of my resolutions, it's another resolution I failed. Because every year, part of my resolutions are like, I'm going to take a break from doing the live show when I feel like I need to. And I never do. I do more and more. Because I like coming here and hanging out with you guys. It doesn't really feel like work. So this is my 52nd live show this year. Most of them we made stuff on. I would say probably, 40? Maybe not quite. And I did 3 Tool Talkie videos. I did, in terms of project videos, I did the mallet. Well, Tyler did the mallet, let's be honest, but I did the video. The bear claws, Glowforge cabinet, these knives that just rolled out, the election signs, the step stool thing that I made when Marissa was here taking photos. I did 6 podcasts. I started a podcast and did 6 episodes of that, both audio and video. Did another cooking video just this past week, French onion soup, if you haven't seen it. I changed jobs again. I ran for city council. Like, it was a pretty busy year in my life in general. It just didn't translate. It felt like it didn't translate that well to, like, edited project videos like I had in a lot of previous years. But I think we talked about that on the show here too one time, about how, like, you know, I used to need the shop time as like an emotional balancing thing. Like I needed to escape to the shop to keep from going crazy about like my work life. But that's not the case anymore because now I actually like my job and I get a lot of like the creative energies and stuff that I need in my life from that. So I'm not like escaping that to get out to my shop to be making stuff like I was when I was at the newspaper. So that's part of the reason that I'm not out here just cranking out projects all the time anymore. Another part of the reason is that I don't really need that much more stuff in my house. So like for the first couple of years I was doing the show, I was making us a coffee table, I was making us a kitchen table, I was making us a hallway table, I was making us another coffee table. I was making cabinets for the shop that I still need a few, but I'm running out of that type of stuff that I need. But overall, pretty busy year. Just got to 6,000 subscribers just this past week. So there, Jax. At this rate, I can go full-time on YouTube. I can make this my full-time job in just another 32 years or so. The rate that this channel is growing, it's only going to be about another 32 years until I can do this full-time. That'll be nice. Bring back the podcast. It's a lot of work for very little payoff. I liked talking to people and putting it out there. But I'll be honest, nobody listened. Nobody cared that I was doing it. And I know that it takes a while to like pick up steam and whatever, but it's hard to push through that like, oh, let's just keep doing it while nobody's listening. And it was a lot of work. Like the first 3-4 months of my year was focused almost exclusively on the podcast. And it cost me money. So, you know what happened is I got to Jax from JND Creations. And that was it. I had to stop because just like, well, it was just all going to be downhill from there, honestly. Like I peaked in episode 6. There was nowhere to go but down. And also that was the point where I started getting people yelling at me that this is terrible. Stop doing this. No, it was fun. I think I should probably cancel the podcast domain because that costs money. And just leaving it up just to be paying for it sounds stupid. I might go back to doing the interviews and putting them up on YouTube as like podcast or like audio or like, a different type of content. But I don't think I want to pay for an annual podcasting site and that kind of thing for no return. Oh. Nope. No, I don't. You do a podcast. I'll be on your podcast. No more podcasts. Yeah, I know. Went downhill after Lily. went downhill after the intro episode where I was like explained what this was gonna be, and then nobody helped. The idea was that people would send in questions and like audio recordings of themselves like saying stuff and asking questions, and I could use those things as part of the content in the podcast. Nope. Nobody gave a shit. I do have my initial 2023 resolutions figured out. Might be a little bit of tweaking left to happen to them. But let's just do a quick cursory glance at those two. I want to be better at shop cleanup. Just like at the end of every shop session, putting a few things away. And just like general upkeep type cleaning, so that I don't have to like take 2 days off from being productive out here every 4 months to like do a full-on clean of the shop. That's a resolution that I have for this year. I would like to, at some point in the year, refurbish a tool from garbage to functional. So whether that's one of these old hand planes that's got like broken totes and knobs and is all rusty and crap, and like refurbing it back into something cool and useful, or no, that'll probably be what it'll be. But I've got an axe that's all rusty and has a broken handle. I've got other things. Refurbing a tool from death to functional at some point next year, I would like to do. I would like to create, I'm phrasing this very specifically in this way. I would like to make more than one stringed instrument next year. So that leaves it open to, as long as I do more than one stringed instrument, I'm not committing to like a 6-month cello build. But maybe that's one of the stringed instruments. Or maybe it's an electric guitar and a ukulele. Or maybe, maybe it's just 2 electric guitars. I've already got 2 started. More than one stringed instrument in 2023. I'm going to get the shirts printed. I promise. I think I said that last year. Carried over yet again, is the printing of the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff shirts. And I would like to, at some point in the year, I would like to release an original piece of music that I wrote and performed. So I'm not committing to like an album worth of music or even an EP, but at some point I would like to release a song at minimum that I have written and performed and recorded at a level that would be acceptable for the world to like have access to it. I also want to create more art. So whether that's paintings or sculptures or just woodworking projects that are purely decorative, as opposed to functional pieces of furniture, I would like to have more of my time spent doing artistic creativity. I think that's a pretty good list, because it's not specifically committing to specific things like I have done in the past and failed miserably at, like finishing the sharpening station or replacing that workbench, or painting the shop. No, it's like, get better at cleaning. Do more art, things that are like attainable and yet will still be of benefit. And just the toffee face just staring at me over here. Who's having bevies with me anyway? You guys having drinks with me on Boxing Day? I mean, other than the shirts and more than one stringed instruments, there's nothing specific in that list. Because refurb a tool could be anything. It could just be like putting a new handle on that hatchet. There we go. I like that list though. That's attainable, but still a lofty, not lofty enough targets. Yeah, that's good. I might tweak it a little bit before I record the vinyl video for the resolutions. The video should be going out on the 1st of January. It's when it traditionally goes out. It'll go year in review and then New Year's resolutions. Then get back into projects. Beer. I'm gonna go all the way over to my shop fridge. Go all the way over here. Oh, it's so far. So far. I'm back. Cheers. I don't know if he's still here. It's not as funny if he's not here. Does a 12-string guitar count as two? No, it counts as one instrument. But 2 basses would count as 2. That's only 8 strings. Or a bass and a ukulele. Or a guitar and one of those jug basses, those like wash tub basses that's just like a broomstick and a string. Still count. Stringed instrument. Anyway, nobody's really talking. You guys want this show to keep going, let me know. Because we need to communicate. I'm out of stuff to talk about. We could just call it for the year. I do want to again thank you for coming week in and week out. Even if you don't come every week, there's the core group of you comes frequently enough that makes it worth coming out. Like I said, every year I say I'm gonna just take a few more weeks off this year from the show than I did last year. I never do, because I want to be out here doing this. A snare drum has strings. Are they strings? I've taken snares apart. They're not really strings, like wires or like, because I use snares in my cajones that I make. I would not call a cajon with a snare in it a stringed instrument. I could make that argument if it came to the end of the year and I had only made one. I could make a cajon and call it a stringed instrument. But going into the year, I don't think that I would call it that. Hello from Peru. Viviana again. It's been a little while, my friend. How are you? Welcome back. Speaking of cajones, that's, I believe Peru is where the cajon originated. Probably pronouncing it wrong for Peruvian folks, but Yeah, maybe short show tonight to end the year. I'm missing some thumbs ups. There's more people here than I have thumbs ups. That's bad friending. How am I? I'm good. I'm having a good time. I'm having a bevy with my friends on the internet, wrapping up the year, celebrating the holiday season. This is the last live show of 2022. I'm going to try to go into 2023 strong on a high note. And yeah, I would love to sell some more calendars, to be honest with you. If it gets to the end of January, I haven't sold any more calendars, I'm going to start thinking like I have wasted a lot of money. Let's finish the year by affirming that Stanifer is the worst. Hold on. I think I have proof. Yep. Stanifer is so much the worst that he has coasters that proclaim it so. I just ordered a Stanifer is the worst coaster. Had a guy. So that I reduced the price. I didn't know on what? What did I reduce the price on? I didn't reduce the price on anything. I just gave you a discount because you're on Patreon. Patreon people get a discount on things. Still the same price for everybody else. On the calendar? No, it's still the same price. It's $50 Canadian. It was the same as before. Wait, what happened? Watch, I screwed it up again. And oh, I screwed it up. Am I back? Looks like I might be back. The number's counting again. It said 38. Well, yeah, 38 American probably would be what? Well, because you guys get the Patreon people get a discount. Is it 38.41 Canadian? Because then yes, I screwed it up again. Whatever. Have a calendar. Fuck. Who cares? Probably cost me that whole $38 to send it to you. The Etsy will take 6 of it, and this is Mike. Might have to change my mind on selling marking knives. Because obviously I can't make money selling things. It's just I'm incapable. 38.41 is 52.06 Canadian, so you raised the prices. No, I absolutely didn't. I don't know what's going on. Maybe plus tax. Whatever. I didn't do anything to the prices. I just literally like reactivated the. It says free shipping. Yeah, because I'm rolling the shipping into the prices of the things I thought I was. But then it turns out, because like if I say $30 plus $30 shipping, nobody's going to buy it. So I just said $50 including shipping. And then I was hoping that it would be less than $20 to ship it. But it turns out that it's like 60 something to go to Australia. Which was awesome. It's fine. It's fine. If I have to sell them all for cost in February, because by the time you get them, you'll be 2 months down. That's what'll happen. I would order a calendar, but I've got to buy a bunch of Korean next weekend. All right. We'll wait till February when the last of them are on discounts. Because I'll probably sell them for $20 plus shipping to just make my money back on the printing cost of them once February hits. I think you're already selling them at cost. Yeah, I probably are. I probably are. Yeah, because if I sell them at cost plus shipping, and shipping is $20, then I'm probably selling them at cost for Patreon people. And they're probably the only people that want them. It is what it is. Keep on keeping on. One foot in front of the other. I know I only paid like $11 for the Stanifer coaster. $11 American. Right? So like, okay, so that's like maybe 14-ish. And they cost me $5. So as long as I can ship it for less than $8, I'm making money. I think a single coaster, because it goes through the little slot at the mail, like when they go like, I wonder if this can go, oh, we can just charge you regular mail for this. Like the one that I sent to Stanifer cost me like $2. So that's within Canada. But I didn't know, sorry, not Stanifer. Sean McGill. It cost me $2 to go to Ontario. So hopefully it's not too much more than that to go to Texas. Put the shipping address to the base in Antarctica, so no cheap horses. Well, you're going to have to go to the base in Antarctica to go get it then. So joke's on you. Might cost me $40 to send it, but it'll cost you more than that to go get it. Asshole. So there. Just screwing yourself is what you're doing. Oh, good year. I think other than I would have liked to have a few more project videos go out throughout the year. I would have liked to have completed a few more projects this year. But looks like you came in at a great time. We're talking about you. Happy holidays from Michigan. Welcome back, Tim. Gonna put my bastard drinks on the worst coaster I can find. Yeah, you in fact get the first. You were the first one to order a Stanifer is the worst. So I will actually. Do you just want this one? I just send you this one, then I don't have to make another one yet until somebody else orders another one. Do I get the one you just showed? Yeah, that's what that's. You can have this one if you want. Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff logo on this side. Stanifer's the worst on this side. It's already done and lacquered and ready to go, so you might as well I'll just send that one to you. I think McGill's putting his on his bandsaw, he said. Which side are you going to put facing out, McGill? Should get it in a few months. Stuff that people pay for goes out the door, okay? Free stuff takes a while, sometimes. But if people are paying for stuff, it goes out the door. Pinnell's calendar is probably almost at Shoppers Drug Mart up the street from him already. Ooh, that's a good question. Yeah, because you could do. You got. I don't have one of the ones that you got. You got stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. But I don't know which you could do like that facing out, or stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe facing out. But then it won't have the logo. So I don't know. You're gonna have to buy another coaster so that you can have one with the logo facing out and one with the quote facing out up on the bandsaw. Have to devise a way to mount it. I already told you how to mount it. Painter's tape and star bond, my friend. The same way that I glued the scales together for the knives in the video that I just released. Painter's tape on this piece, painter's tape on the bandsaw, dab dab, star bond, accelerator on the other side. There you go. That's just it. I'll need a Stanifer one so you can use the Mike's Wooden Things Stuff logo for that one. Okay, I'll make you a Stanifer one. If you gotta order it, go to Etsy. You laser your face on a coaster. I could have someone design like a caricatured face, like just that looks like me, and I could make that into a thing that I could put on the laser. Yeah. Gonna use the tape glue for making you new guitar templates. There you go. A coaster cedar. The coasters, they'll be whatever we have on hand at the studio when they are ordered. They're just marketed as live edge coaster, so it'll be whatever kind of wood I have on hand as live edge coaster size rounds. These ones are Douglas fir. We sometimes have alder. We sometimes have cedar. We sometimes have spruce. We get various batches of various rounds at work. So I'm not going to commit to what kind of wood you're going to get in your coaster, but I want to be able to say your face is a coaster. Nice. Yes, you should be able to say that. And you just slam your drink down on it too. Just like, boom! Just hit me in the face with your drink. Good idea. I'll see what I can do. I mean, I can engrave photos. They just don't come out very well. Like, especially with the beard on like a black shirt, probably. I could take a photo of myself topless so that the beard shows up. And then, or just a coaster that says your face. Yes, I could absolutely put your face on a coaster. We need someone to take your face and do a caricature of it. I agree. If anybody out there watching this is like a graphic design type person who wants to design me a Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff, my head as like a cartoon, that would be great. I cannot pay you for this service because I lose money on everything I sell apparently, and so I don't have any money. Beer. The more calendars people buy, the less money I have. You pictured me topless, now you need a drink? Well, sometimes that's what happens when you come to this show. You get bad mental images of things. Like, were you here for the meat sheets discussion? Or condiment fingers? This show goes in weird directions sometimes, my friend. Needs a caricature and his budget is $600 to $800. No, it's not. Oh, I bet there's somebody like on Fiverr. What is that? Is that Fiverr the one where you like you get people to bid on jobs for you? I could probably put like a picture of myself up there and get it a $15 caricature or something done by somebody. You missed those ones? Yeah, the discussion goes in a weird direction sometimes, Tim. One day the Lily hypothetical question was if each of your fingers dispersed a condiment, but those were the only condiments you could ever eat again, what would they do? What condiments would they dispense, I guess. I'm trying to remember what I said. I think I said sweet chili Thai, like sweet Thai chili, ketchup, mustard, ranch dressing, maybe mayo or Miracle Whip. It wouldn't be mayo. It'd be Miracle Whip. Tangy zip of Miracle Whip. Soy sauce. What would I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch again. And then another one was like, if you could only sleep in a bed that was covered in sheets made of deli meat, which deli meat would you pick for those sheets? Yeah, we have some weird conversation topics on this show. I made this whole tray of toffee base. Polish ham. Tim's got an answer for meat sheets. Polish ham. Okay, why? I mean, I was trying to think of like which of the deli meats would be the least greasy. But I think I went with prosciutto anyway. Shaved ham, because regular ham is too hairy. Heyo! Because it hasn't been shaved. Turkey's a good one because it's not greasy. Yeah. Now we're back talking about deli meat sheets again. Thanks a lot, Lily. She's not even here. She's impacting the show. Converted you to a cartoon image and messaged it to me. Hold on. There it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, but it's not the type of cartoon that engraves, though. Like I need like a line drawing, like a line sketch drawing. That's cool. I like that image. But in terms of like sending it to a laser and having it come out on a coaster, it needs to be like a line drawing. We need a life. Yeah. I mean, the fact that you're spending your time here with us watching this happen. But we're all here with you. I mean, we're all equally sad and no, it's fun. You guys are great. Like I keep saying, I love coming out here and hanging out with you guys. I love that you keep coming back. I mean, I would probably also, to be fair, I would also kind of love if you would stop coming back, because then I could stop doing this. No, it's good. I'm gonna do more cooking shows next year, by the way. I've decided. Because why not? I mean, from business Mike perspective, I get just as many views on making dinner as I do on like taking months to make a project in my shop. And I can record and edit a cooking show episode in like 4 hours. So I could put in 30 hours of work plus editing the video and get the same number of views. So probably going to be some more cooking shows coming out next year. And too bad if you don't want them to. Like, enough people watch them and seem to enjoy them that it's worth doing for me. So, and stuff is going to continue as part of the channel. Hell, I got Chris Pinnell wanting a bowl of French onion soup. He's never tried French onion soup, and thanks to this guy, he now wants to try French onion soup. All right, hold on, let's have a look. No, that's garbage. Come on. I mean, I get what you're doing. You're just like running it through a filter, but like that's not going to engrave nice. I'm gonna just hire somebody. Or, I mean, you know, if Jax was still here, I could just get him to like, he'd probably do it for me for cheap. He's like a designer guy. He's got a fancy tablet with a drawing dealie. I'll send him a message after this, get him to design me something. Because literally, he could just take a picture of it and just like trace me out on his tablet. Not gonna engrave nice. Yeah, that's what it's gotta do. It's gotta engrave nice. God. I'll do it myself. No, I won't. I'll just be honest, I'll never do it myself. Probably get Nadia at work to do it. She does some stuff on her tablet. So she one of the things that we do for special orders for people is they send us a picture and we make it into a paint by number. So basically what she does is she takes that image that they sent and she draws out all of the same colors. Like she draws over it in a design program called Procreate, which was a terrible name for a drawing program. But she draws over the top of it in like, this is this brown. So, and then all the sections and then numbers them and then prints them off and sublimates those onto canvases. So I'm sure she could just trace over my face as like a paint by number, and we just don't paint it. We just burn it onto coasters. And then Pinnell can slam his drink down on it. Coming up on an hour 20. We should probably just wrap up the year. I finally got the bottom of my JND Creations beer cozy star bonded back on. I'm gonna put my drink in it. I'm gonna finish my last live show of the year with a JND Creations cozied beer. Some Toffee Phase, some friends on the internet. Apparently I have to mail a coaster to Paul. Thank you, sir. Look forward to mailing you a discount calendar in February. It was a year. It absolutely was a year. Busy year, big year in terms of activity and busyness. Not a great year for business, but a good year for busyness. Next year we'll keep on keeping on, and hope you guys come back for it because you're fun. Don't buy poutine flavored potato chips. do buy discount toffee phase when you find them after Christmas, when the stores are overstocked. Been your best guitar year ever? Finally gave yourself a paycheck after 10 years. Hi, guy. Happy New Year to you too, my friend Tim. Let's wrap it up. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. I'll finish my toffee thing. Should be at least one, but possibly two more videos coming out this year. It'll be like the year in review and probably like a what I got for Christmas video. I tend to do one of those every year. And then on the 1st, the New Year's resolution video will come out. And then we can go back to not having very many videos come out at all. Ever. But we'll keep doing this every week as long as you guys keep coming back. I promise. Because it's fun and I like it. And I enjoy spending time with you. Bye for now. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Whatever it is that you do this time of year, do it with those you love. Bye for now. I don't know what, I feel bad just throwing out the bag of gross chips, but like, they're gross. Later, everybody.